It's week 6 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the Cowboys coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
In motion comes the tight end left. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Goff now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not well.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He'll get it inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Warren trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Finds Gibbs on the check down. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Down the right sideline. And finally brought down at the 38. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Will they get to the football? It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The give, right side for Gibbs. And shutting him off, now open field. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
In motion left comes Williams. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10. From the gun, here's Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw is Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Khalif Raymond, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Gibbs on the toss left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Goff. And this one is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Badgley's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Prescott. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Goff now looking to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now it's gone. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
It's caught, Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4 quarterback Dak Prescott. He lit up the skies with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys were rolling in the early part of this football game. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Give running right is Mitchell. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Prescott now. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Gone. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Mosley that time able to knock it away.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It was Justin Houston who got him down. Play action now, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Goff. Under pressure, they got him again.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes in the back, thinking thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 15. A minute 46 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go!
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Yeah, here we go!
Another run with Mitchell.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.